claims he's worth up to $4 million, was arrested this past Saturday in Florida for credit card theft and forgery. Alleged victim Haran Majid was just reporting that his credit card had been either lost or stolen when they were notified that the credit card was being used at a pizza joint. When police arrived at said pizza joint, there was our millionaire, Richard Ludwig, waiting for his 2 pizzas that he had ordered on the stolen credit card. The kicker here is that Mr. Ludwig had $250 cash in his pocket at the time of the arrest. I guess the special today at the pizza parlor was 2 pizzas for the price of jail!
It is now time for the 1-minute movie review. Percy, Marissa, it's starting.
Hi, I'm Percy.
I'm Marissa.
And this is your 1-minute movie review. I saw 127 hours. I sure did. Okay, it's starring James Marsden or James Franco, one of the James, one of those twins. Felt like 227 hours because it was a very, very long movie. That was amazing. When he chopped his arm off, I felt like
you're giving way too much away. I wanted to see that one.
You would have never watched it. I just let me there.
That's
you
true.
go.
Okay, I saw Social Network, which is, of course is about Facebook.
And not on Facebook.
Yeah, okay.
Every 5 seconds.
And I'm in love with Jesse Eisenberg now. I don't know why. He's so hot. Maybe it's because he's playing a billionaire. Maybe that's what makes him.
So last movie, beautiful. Starring Javier Bardem. Right here, I got into the movie theater, I sat down, had my popcorn, had my snacks, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. The very beginning of the movie, beautiful. It's, Spanish subtitles, and then they didn't stop. So for people that don't like Spanish, like me.
Or don't read, like him. Yeah, that's true. It kind of takes away from it.
It did!
Yeah.
I was like, I think he's crying, I hear crying, but what about his abuela?
He's hot.
I don't know. Okay, he's so cute.
Okay, that's it. We're done.
Oh, thanks guys. That was our 1-minute movie review.
An ingenious thief just swiped $236,000 on a flight to the Caribbean after sneaking into the cash-laden cargo through, get this, the toilet. Police are now seeking a man who complained he felt ill the entire flight and spent the whole time in the bathroom. What he was really doing was removing panels so he could get back to the cash. Brilliant. His plan seemed to go off without a hitch until the cleaners found dollar bills in the toilet. All I want to know is, where are these flights that are carrying millions of dollars in the cargo, and how can I get in on this guy's next heist? Crazy shit is getting real all over the world. Leonard Robinson, tell me about it.
Shit is getting real in the world and a lot closer than you think. This time, Charlie Sheen's house. With who? You guessed it, Charlie Sheen.
It's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down.
Shit just got real.
Charlie Sheen, internationally known, done television shows, hosted shows, been in comedies and dramas, and, little known fact, he is a Vatican assassin warlock.
I'm a high priest, Vatican assassin warlock.
For those of you who don't know, Charlie made $1.8 million per episode, making him the highest paid television actor in the world. For those of you who don't know anything about Charlie Sheen, he's the brother of the mighty duck himself, Emilio Estevez, and his father, Martin Sheen, and little-known adopted brother, Afro Sheen. Charlie Sheen was married to a film star named Denise Richards. She has 2 kids. That didn't work out, so he moves on to Brooke Mueller, real estate queen, and they have 2 kids. Then she leaves him, and now that's left Charlie with what? 2 porn stars. I say you are right, Charlie. You are winning.
Winning?
And by winning, I mean possibly contracting AIDS. In the past few weeks, Charlie Sheen has said all kinds of crazy things about his drug use and personal activity. Let's watch a couple of these clips.
Sit back and rejoice. For the Malibu Messiah, the Condor of Calabasas, the warlock of your jealous face sits before you.
You gotta, when you got a highly evolved brain and you're trying to like roll out your humor, you can't, I guess that's on me. I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have 1 speed, I have 1 gear. Go. Come Wednesday morning, they're gonna rename it Charlie Brothers and not Warner Brothers. Duh. Winning. Because I'm me, I'm different. I just have a different constitution, I have a different brain, I have a different heart, I have a different, I get tiger blood, man. Well, you borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it, unplug this bastard, yeah, because it fires in a way that is, I don't know, maybe not from this particular terrestrial realm. Winning.
Wow, must really suck being you right now.
I'm on a drug, it's called Charlie Sheen. It's not available because if you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off and your children will weep over your exploded body.
Right, I get it. You don't want to share.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives.
Like hepatitis C?
Yeah.
All right, let's summarize this Charlie Sheen experience just like this. This guy likes to party and do drugs. So he goes to Vegas one time, spends more than some people make in a year on prostitutes and cocaine, tries to go back to work, and has a heart attack. They have to shut down production, and after badmouthing CBS, the show, and show's creator Chuck Lorre,
Chuck E. Cheese Ball.
CBS says, you know what? I've had enough of this. We'd accidentally hired a crackhead, and they fired him and banned him from the lot. And now Charlie Sheen is suing CBS for $100 million, saying, hey, you can't fire me because you knew I was on crack before. I'm Leonard Robinson, just letting you know that shit just got real.
Shit just got real.
Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down.
Your job. Coming up next, some crazy science news. I'm a nerd. I'm Scott Moore, the Science Whore, because I love all things science, and so should you. So did you hear about Watson, the super IBM computer that just beat the 2 best human players on Jeopardy last week? Yes, Watson did it last week on Jeopardy by winning $77,000 compared to the second place winner at $33,000. Now, is Watson the IBM supercomputer the beginning of man versus machine? Well, actually yes and no. It's a matter between something called artificial intelligence and intelligent augmentation. Now I know what you're thinking, intelligent augmentation may actually sound like some kind of plastic surgery for the mind, but it's actually the computer's ability to think and understand human nuances, emotions, questions, and even riddles. What does this mean, that computers are going to take over the world? Well, not exactly. The final Jeopardy question last week pertained to a US city, and you know what Watson's reply was? Toronto. Yeah, so I think it's going to be quite some time before the computer bites the hand that fed it. Besides, we humans always have one big advantage against those pesky machines. We can pull the plug. Whoa! So leave it to the Japanese to find a way to take your used grocery bags and turn it into oil. Screw you, Libya, we got it covered. Now you can use this oil to heat your home and even refuel your car. It's small enough for household use. But there's just one tiny little thing. It's gonna set you back a cool 10 grand. Well, that's it for now, but tune in next week for more slutty science.
From my heart and from my hand, why don't people understand my intention?
Pastor Fred Phelps and 6 other members of the Westboro Baptist Church in San Jose, California, held signs outside of the funeral of a deceased Iraq Marine. The sign said, "Thank God for dead soldiers," and other charming gems like this one. Ooh, and who can forget this one? The kicker? Matt Snyder wasn't gay. Irrelevant. For those of us who've actually read the Bible, hello, we know that it preaches tolerance and forgiveness. We here at Breakfast Burrito believe that these fools should be dealt with in biblical terms, so we're offering their credit card information and social security number to any computer hacker ready for some fun.
Eye for an eye, douchebags.
Awesome sauce. Make sure to tune in next week. I'm Lauren.
I'm Patrick.
And I'm Cameron, and that was our 10th episode of Breakfast Burrito!
Get it in, know for sure. You'll get your back up off the wall and get your feet on the floor. You see the boy at the bar with a glass so tall. When I'm done,